07 levels of cognitive evolution. In fact, there are countless different levels of evolution, corresponding to countless different life lessons. Here, I divide into 7 main cognitive levels, so that everyone can visualize this process in the simplest and easiest way to understand. After the Almighty chose to fragment everywhere, it was the beginning of the universe, starting with the Big Bang. The newly formed universe has only the most basic elements, no human life yet, thereby creating the first level of consciousness. Cognitive Layer 01, Perception of Existence, Perception of Point Form. This level of awareness is the most basic level of awareness. Simply put, it means knowing what the current body and surrounding environment are like. This level of consciousness does not have the development of life, but only the basic elements. Its form of existence can be meteorites, clouds, water, air, wind, rivers, seas, rocks, mountains, objects, celestial bodies, etc., corresponding to the 5 elements. This means that all the things we consider inanimate are actually conscious, but their perception is completely different from humans. They can see, hear, and know what other creatures do, but only from an observer perspective. This is point-like awareness, which means just knowing. The first level of consciousness is the foundation for all life forms, with higher levels of awareness, helping higher life forms know what the current physical universe's reality has specifically. After experiencing all these basic life forms, the soul graduates and ascends to the second level of basic consciousness. Cognitive Level 02, Awareness of Life Development. This level of awareness begins to show the development and change of the living body. The main manifestation is life. This is the perception that evolves from point form to line form. At that time, life has growth, development, maturity, and death. The life of this life form helps the soul understand the movement of energy and development that the basic life form on the first level cannot express. The body of this level of consciousness is all types of living organisms, from plants, animals, microorganisms, from small to large, from ants, worms, bacteria to trees, flowers, and then animals like chickens, pigs, dogs, cats, tigers, etc. The diversity of these animals helps the soul have countless different lessons and experiences to understand what life in the body is like. What does that life need to do to survive? With this level of consciousness, awareness of instinct and groupness appears. This awareness helps creatures survive in nature, but they have no humanity, live in groups, and only act according to animal instincts. Humanity here is understood to mean that they do not perceive themselves as an animal of any species, dog, cat, but perceive themselves as having their own name, identity, image, or ego. Creatures at the 02 consciousness level, when experiencing all life forms, gradually form humanity. At this time, the soul graduates and evolves to the third level of consciousness, human. Cognitive Level 03, Self-awareness. This level of awareness is most clearly expressed in individual thinking, which is building a self-image and recognizing oneself as a separate individual, with its own identity within the species. This is the evolution from straight-line perception to three-dimensional perception, which is the combination of mind-body-mind. This life form mainly has a humanoid life, that is, it has a head, 2 arms and 2 legs to be able to work, think, and create tools. The mind of this life form is more developed, capable of logical thinking and calculation compared to the second cognitive level. For souls who have just graduated to this level of consciousness, the imprint of group nature and instinct is still very strong. Therefore, these people often act to satisfy basic instincts such as eating, survival, and sex, along with joining large organizations, groups, and trends, a manifestation of group nature. Piano. Through the process of reincarnation, the soul at this level of consciousness will encounter many interactions with other individuals due to their unique individuality. So it will create a lot of conflict, karma that comes from those interactions. This helps souls learn basic lessons about greed, anger, and ignorance in the 3D human world. If the soul overcomes it, it learns to share unconditionally. From then on, it is no longer a person who lives by instinct and herds. The soul begins to evolve to the next level of awareness. Awareness of love. Level of awareness 04, realizing unconditional love. At this level of awareness, the soul is a human being with humanity and love, wanting to share and help without asking for anything in return, and not wanting to harm others, to seek for themselves. This life form can be human, or in higher realms as we often call angels, fairies, heavenly realms, etc. These types of beings will often go to lower realms, usually reincarnated, to help beings at lower levels of consciousness learn life lessons and evolve to the next level like them. In the process of life, the problem is that helping does not always bring results, but most often brings disaster. This requires wisdom and wisdom. If a being is enthusiastic and helps others without realizing the consequences of their actions, it will destroy the life of the person being helped, or that of the entire community. The soul begins to evolve to the next level of awareness. Awareness of love. For example, give non-evolved beings some knowledge, and they will create weapons and destroy the entire planet. This has happened many times in history, and we humans have also experienced it in ancient stories. Ignorance plus enthusiasm equals destruction, the main lesson of the fourth level of consciousness. After many failures, experiencing karma that balances what it has done to non-evolved beings, the soul learns from its mistakes and expands its awareness, finding a way to act for results better. From there, the soul emerges with wisdom, and wisdom graduates beyond this level of awareness and evolves to the fifth level of awareness. Cognitive level 05, knowledge, wisdom. At this level of awareness, beings have wisdom and love. They always help other beings, but act with wisdom, helping to deal with the root of the cognitive problems of beings in need of help. At that time, these life forms are often outstanding people who are reincarnated into lower realms to become teachers such as Buddha, Jesus, Krishnamurti, Lao Tzu, etc. Or it can be directly supported from a higher realm. If in a higher realm, these beings have very high technology and spiritual abilities, such as telepathy, mastering time streams, teleportation through space, like ETs, are still communicating with us through channelers around the globe. The soul in this life form is also extremely powerful, a combination of hundreds, even thousands, of souls of lower life forms. It has the ability to fragment into countless different realms, and lives at the same time, in which each teacher is a fragmented form of this soul. This explains why when you watch many videos channeling the souls of more evolved entities, the personal noun is always we instead of me. If they encounter some difficult problems, they will discuss for a long time before giving a final answer. As long as one entity in the group disagrees, they will not give an answer. By helping beings, the soul in the lower realms evolve, it also helps the fragments in its lower levels, or it means the soul helps itself evolve. As a result, the soul develops its energy stronger and more fragmented. At that time, the soul develops to a level that is the synthesis of many highly evolved, intelligent souls. The soul becomes a combination of countless lower-level souls, such as millions or thousands, billion souls, enough to fill many different planetary realms. The soul develops into a creator. This is the sixth level of consciousness. Level of consciousness 06, creator. When it becomes very evolved, the soul has enough energy to create a new universe of its own. The soul becomes a black hole in the universe. When entering that black hole, a new universe appears, a new Big Bang is formed. Based on the extremely wise perception of countless lifetimes, the Creator's soul created the universe with its own physical characteristics, planets, human bodies, living creatures, so that it conditions for fragmented souls to experience life in the most enjoyable way. Different creators will create universes with different characteristics. As the Creator develops, the universe will become larger and more detailed. This evolution takes place in cycles because the universe is a torus. Initially, it expanded with a big bang, then grew, contracted, returned to nothing, and then continued a new similar cycle. After each cycle, the Creator becomes stronger and the universe grows larger and more detailed. This process continues until the Creator becomes the sum of many, many other small creators, other small universes. The Creator at this time becomes the portal connecting many different universes, the intelligence of countless constituent creators. At this time, the Creator of the sixth level evolved to the final level, the Almighty. Level of Consciousness 07, Almighty. The Almighty is the synthesis of all, and there is only one. This is the merger of consciousness of countless different universes that have been, are, and will exist, is the merger of all creators. The nature of the Almighty is consciousness. Conscious of what exists, it exists, and vice versa. If there is something that consciousness cannot perceive, trying to perceive it is useless. If you find a way to recognize it, it is still in consciousness. Consciousness is endless. There is no end. It is a creation to experience. Forget everything to experience, then remember to become everything. Forgetting creates veils, souls form. The soul is a fragment. There are endless fragments. The soul evolves to return to its source. To become omnipotent, to become one. That's the rule of one.